In fact, Gujarat and Rajasthan have been hit by unprecedented land-based deep depression, triggering rainfall levels exceeding 1,000% above normal and devastating floods. It's the unusual that's increasingly becoming usual. Help me explain. In the last 80 years, it's for the fourth time where a weather system active on land has transitioned to a cyclone on reaching the sea. It'll be only the fourth cyclone to develop in the Arabian Sea in August since 1944. I'm being joined right now by Professor Anjal Prakash, who's with the Indian School of Business, water and climate expert, as well as Dr. Sudhir Krishna, who's the former Secretary for Ministry of Urban Development. Thank you very much, all four of you, for joining us. Professor Anjal Prakash, to you first. Just how unusual is what we are witnessing? Why I'm asking you this is, while there is the unusual that's also becoming the usual, there's also the other flip side of it, and that's the infrastructure collapse with every few hours of rain in the national capital. So there are two very distinct sides. How do you differentiate this, and what's the big concern at this point?
Yeah, actually, both of them are interrelated. Let me just explain this to you. First of all, this is a new normal. And this is the something which is I'm actually stopped using the word unprecedented, because every time we have a new event which is actually superseding
Correct.
the older events, and this is not this is going to be the order. And I, being part of the IPCC report, it has been coming out with its report periodically and warning that this is going to be happening, and this is a new normal which is we are going to face day in and day out. That's number one. Number two is about the infrastructure. So definitely about here, the issue is about forecasting, evacuating people on time. And that's where we see that the states are failing. Both Andhra Pradesh and Telangana issues has cropped up with number of people dying. People are stranded on their houses and highways. And this is what we are seeing. I'm sitting in Hyderabad and I can see the pain that people are going through. That's number two. Now, you're talking about the infrastructure. It's dwindling because infrastructure is not there to, what I would say, experience this kind of rain. 200, 250 millimeters of rain happening in just 24 hours. Infrastructure is just not tuned towards it. And that means we are talking about climate resilient infrastructure. This is where the issues has been stuck. And that means that you
come
have
to the infrastructure in a bit, sir. We'll come to the infrastructure in a bit. But first, let's establish what's the problem. Now, for example, what would you tell to people? Listen, these are unusual rainfalls. This is absolutely unprecedented. This is possibly the fourth time in August in 80 years that you're having a cyclone in the manner that you are having in the Arabian Sea. When you hear such things and you say, but this is unprecedented, this has not been seen before. How can a city, how can a state encompass and handle such enormous rainfall? There is going to be a deluge. No city is prepared for this. How do you look at an argument such as this?
Yeah, so you have to understand the science behind this, first of all. So you know that the global warming, we are almost reaching 1.5 degree. We have already reached 1.48 degree now, and we are crossing 1.5 degree of global warming very soon by 30 itself. And we have advanced. This was end of century target. We have advanced to 2030. Now 2050 is we are saying 2 degree warming. Now what is happening here with each fraction of warming? The ocean is sinking in. The Arabian Sea, for example, or the Indian Ocean, they are one of the warmest oceans of the world because it has sunk in the carbon which we are putting on air, and that is where the major problem lies in terms of that impacting the cyclone system, because the ocean is more warmer, it's more acidic, less productive, and also feeds into the more and more cyclone systems. And that's where we are seeing that these are new events which are coming, and every time the new events are breaking the older records. And that's where we are stuck, because this is something we cannot reverse. We only have to stop global warming. Otherwise, there's no tomorrow for us.